Davey, we'll start off for you. Obviously, our main hope, if he runs, is last installment. A horse, obviously, that you know well. Firstly, do you think he will pitch up there? Obviously, he's very ground dependent.
Yeah, again, I can't see what Philip Fenton has done wrong until he's convicted of something, so I think he should run. I most certainly don't think that drugs had anything to do with this horse anyway, or whether that makes any difference or not, but I think he should run. I think he should be left run. As regards the race, I think if the ground is good or better, is good to soft or better, Bobsworth wins, and I think if it's soft to heavy, last installment wins. I think it's as easy as that one. I think maybe you're always looking at maybe a horse that's going for a Grand National or something to finish third, second or third, and maybe the likes of T for 3 to fill up the stays very well. He could come from the back of the pack to finish third. I really, Lord of Windermere, he won at the track last year over 3 miles. His form this year has not been up to scratch. Whether he can improve from that is a question.
And you talk about him, Lyrene Legend, Desi Hughes' horse as well. He finished second in Lord Windermere. Would you give him any sort of chance?
Yeah, he's thereabouts to run well, but definitely not to win the race.
And how good a horse do you think last instalment is?
I think he's an exceptionally good horse. I remember Ruby saying to me a couple of years ago after when he beat Ruby in the beginner's chase with 2 leaders and I didn't ride him, and he spoke very highly of him, and I didn't get that feeling until I rode him one day. He's a very, very good horse.
You would have thought it'll be last minute job before they make their mind up if he's going to run, because obviously the ground, because he's a very fragile horse, and obviously if the ground does start to dry out, that'll be a big negative for it.
It'd be negative, but I don't think it'll have any bearing on whether he'll run or not. I think it won't make any difference to Jigenstown what the ground is. They just want to run him. They want him to run before.
Okay. Ruby, your opinion about Silvanaco Conte? He was still travelling really well when you fell last year.
He was, unfortunately. He fell third last, but the third last in the new course in Cheltenham was just too far from home to say, yeah, I don't want. It's too far. I was travelling well. I'd want to have been travelling as well as I was travelling, but he fell, and it's history now. I was greatly taken with Bobsworth and Alexis. I loved the way he quickened up from the last to beat First Lieutenant and Ruby Ball. I had him down as a plotter, and I couldn't believe the turn of foot he showed from the back of the last in Leopardstown. I was greatly taken with him. I think he'll take all the beating. I think it's a 3-horse race, Bobsworth, Conti and last instalment. I don't think the rest count, and if you were giving me the ride on one of them, I would take the ride on Bobsworth.
And last instalment, is it foolish to say that he might have been a little bit flattered by his work the last day?
He wasn't. He won on merit. Merit on the day. He jumped like a buck, he travelled extremely well, and he got him into the ground. But you have to remember, this horse is at the moment part of a BHA investigation, and is by no manner of means certain to be allowed run.
Do you think he will be allowed run?
I don't know. English law is very different to Irish law. Well, it's the same thing as Kieran Fallon. Kieran Fallon wasn't allowed riding England. It's not even the same as Kieran Fallon, that's wrong. There is no place in racing for steroids or for drugs or anything like that. And English law is very different, as in you have to prove your innocence, whereas in Ireland your guilt has to be proved. It's a different jurisdiction, it's a different ball game. It's not something I'm going to get involved in, but I don't think that this is clear cut. I wouldn't be back in last instalment and I heard it. I suppose no bet now anyway, but the inquiry will be, the results of their findings will be interesting this week.
So that is definitely worth keeping an eye on. Davey, do you think he should be allowed to run?
Look, again, I do think he should be allowed to run, yes.
Innocent but proven guilty?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a pity we couldn't turn off that camera. Leon, your thoughts on the Gold Cup?
2 words, Bobsworth, 100% record at Cheltenham, 5 from 5, that's it. He wins.
It's very hard. Like you have the favourite who's been trained by a man that's been convicted of administering drugs. So you know where you know it's along the same lines. I think the horse should be left run. I don't think Philip has done anything wrong. So far he has had steroids in his yard, but it was a sealed bottle, and there's loads of ways to go into it. But you know, if they're going to damn Philip Fenton, like, you know, you must remember Nicky Henderson his license has been suspended for 3 months last year or the year before.
Here's the wrong example. Nicky Henderson wasn't for steroids, but they did allow, the English do allow American horses to run a Royal Ascot, have allowed Australian horses to run a Royal Ascot. Steroids are used in America. I think Davey has a good point, but he's used the wrong example. Nicky Henderson wasn't found guilty of steroid use, and they did stop the Godolphin horses running when they were found with steroids. They did stop Jared Butler's horses running when he was found caught with steroids. It's a stance they've taken. There is no place for them, but they have allowed Australian and American horses who've been trained on steroids to run, so it's a grey area, and I don't know what's going to happen.
A watching brief.